When you see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the BYU Cougars, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So the Boise State Broncos offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Leaves it with the running back. The Broncos get it past the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got him burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the option. He'll toss it. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
I think throughout... So when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cougars offense will try to get something started with their first possession. 1 way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
That last completion sets him up on second down. The inside handoff. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
All right, well, the offense here is trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Off play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? It's just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
He swings it out to his running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defense was prepared, and I'm really impressed by the eye discipline right now. That's not easy to do. It's not easy to locate that receiver coming across in motion with good timing and getting the jet sweep, but they were ready for that play.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. The play action fake. Using the quick game. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocked it away, incomplete.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and gone.
Back open in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw this slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Oh, it's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Watch the right defensive end. They're so fast. Rush the passer, get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. I love the replays of these things. You can really hone in on that one guy on the one side, and you just watch him go to work.
Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. This BYU offense set up with another first down. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
He's got it down the middle. And he goes down after making the grab. Picks up a few, but still short of the first down. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. Steps away. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll try the right side. They get it down to the 35 before he stops. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Goes to the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll go with a direct snap. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Broncos! And he got that extra point through. No slipping on the snow. It was good. Almost ready to kick it away. just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. BYU right back to the line.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They'll try to snap it quickly. The back goes in motion. Back to throw, it's Little. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
On second down, looking again to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver and falls incomplete.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Offense at an empty set. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on first down. He's going to fire deep. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll try to take it back. At the 30. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession. Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
Makes the catch. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So now on comes the field goal unit. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. The offense set for a first down play. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Taking it the other way. the 30, at the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Extending the play. Slides away. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touch.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He lobs one high down the left side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Second down coming up. They'll throw. Completion. Blasted as he lets it go. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% this season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find...
Looking deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Makes a connection. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly, and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. BYU lines up quickly. Off the play fake on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Back to throw. It's Little. He's going up top. Makes the grab at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him. And a first down for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Gets it out fast. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Broncos have enough for the first down.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the hole.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't put it in.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick strike complete. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Boise State. And that will give them the lead.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Draw him inside the 10. Here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Handoff to the lone back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quickly complete. Nice move there. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and think even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
To the air. It's Little. They'll run the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He makes a catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Cougars look to keep this drive humming. Coming out on first down with the play fake. The quarterback scrambled around, and the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. They'll run play action. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. A 3rd and long coming up here. The snap sets up the throw. They're setting up the screen. Powers through. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down, and much more really good execution by this offense. Running back goes in motion. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Line getting set on 2nd down. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Keeps it on the bootleg. Got his man quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown! Line gets set, first down. From the gun to give, looking for room. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He's going for it all. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets it up for the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He'll pitch it. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact.
Offense.
They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
The pitch. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Time to take a shot. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question.
Touchdown, Broncos! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy in the right him do the rest.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their deep. The ball pops out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the option. Now the pitch. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos! They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume, and about to go to 10-1. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
Well, they've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Cougars moving quickly to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Gets it out quickly.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
BYU has this offense clicking.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
You throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Looking downfield, it's Little. He'll take a shot, and he's going to score. Touchdown, BYU! That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Here they come on 2nd down, trying to put this game away. Hand off to the fullback. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Now on the option. Now the toss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looking for a man. It's Little. Makes the grab on the left. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. Looking to move it through the air. He'll try to do it himself. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Fires downfield. Finds his man enough for the first. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. They'll throw it on 1st down. Coming after it. He's going to take off.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them they get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. Finds space on the right. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. To the air. It's Little. And he gets it in for the touchdown. Time has expired. They're down by 1. They can send it to overtime with the kick or win it with the 2.
How about the offense in that situation to come up so big? The place is going bananas. It's so hard to hear. It's so hard to execute. And you just put 6 on the board and have a chance to kick this PAT and tie the game.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that